Let's be honest. No one enjoys waking up already defeated. No one likes opening their eyes and feeling behind before the day even begins. That heaviness in your chest, that fog in your mind, that quiet frustration when the alarm rings, and you already feel tired of a day that hasn't even started yet. And deep down, you know why. You stayed up too late. You scrolled longer than you planned. You told yourself it was just 5 minutes. You told yourself you deserved to relax. But what you called relaxation was escape. And escape always charges interest. You are not exhausted because life is impossible. You are exhausted because you never truly ended yesterday. Most people don't close their day. They collapse into it. They fall into bed with unfinished conversations replaying in their head, work stress still circulating through their bloodstream, unresolved tension tightening their jaw, notifications still overstimulating their nervous system. They carry the battlefield into the bedroom and then wonder why they cannot rest deeply. If you do not consciously end the day never ends inside you. It lingers, it leaks, it contaminates tomorrow. Slowly, without realizing it, you begin living in permanent mental debt. You wake up already owing energy, clarity, patience, and focus. You wake up reacting instead of leading. And the worst part is you begin to think this is normal. But it isn't normal. It's undisciplined. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is protection. Discipline is structure. Discipline is self-respect in action. If you cannot control how your day ends, you will never control how your morning begins. And if you cannot control your mornings, you will always live reactively. Tonight we change that. Not with superficial advice, not with motivational hype, with structure, with awareness, with sovereignty, because the way you end your day determines the identity you wake up with. You come home drained. Your body feels heavy. Your shoulders are tight. Your thoughts are overstimulated. All day long, you are reacting, responding, solving, managing, suppressing, performing. You are under pressure. Even if no one noticed, your nervous system noticed. Now you want relief. You want to feel that the day is yours. You want pleasure without responsibility. So you reach for the easiest source of stimulation available, your phone. You tell yourself it's harmless. Just 5 minutes to decompress. But 5 minutes turn into 30. 30 turn into 90. And suddenly, it's past midnight. You are not even enjoying it anymore. You are just continuing. Short video after short video. Endless novelty. Endless scrolling. Endless stimulation. Your brain receives quick dopamine spikes. It feels like freedom, but it's not freedom. It's chemical distraction. You are not reclaiming your time. You are numbing your frustration. Cheap dopamine does not satisfy. It stimulates spikes and crashes. It leaves you emptier than before. Your brain is not designed for endless stimulation. It is designed for cycles, effort, release, recovery. When you flood it with artificial intensity at night, you delay recovery. You reduce deep sleep. You disrupt hormonal balance. You weaken cognitive sharpness for the next day. You think you are taking something back from the world, but you are stealing from your future self. You are trading tomorrow's clarity for tonight's numbness. That is not freedom. That is dependency. If you cannot say no to midnight impulses, you are not in control. You are reactive. And a reactive mind cannot build a disciplined life. Freedom is not doing what you feel like doing. Freedom is being able to refuse what weakens you. Especially when no one is watching. Especially when it's easy. Especially when you are tired. Because who you are when you are tired reveals your true discipline. Now understand something deeper. You cannot move from stress mode to rest mode instantly. Your body does not have an emotional switch. All day long, your nervous system operates in fight or flight cycles. Deadlines, traffic, pressure, micro conflicts. expectations. Even small frustrations accumulate cortisol and adrenaline. Your body thinks you are in a modern war. Then you walk into your house and expect to immediately relax. It does not work like that. If you do not give your nervous system a clear signal that the battle is over, it remains alert, guarded, and tense. You lie in bed physically, still but internally mobilized. Your jaw tight, your shoulders raised, your breathing shallow. You are trying to sleep in armor. You are trying to recover while still in combat posture. The body needs closure. It needs transition. Most people enter their home physically, but mentally they are still outside, still in the meeting, still in traffic, still replaying arguments, still defending themselves in imaginary conversations. You cannot rest in the same state you fought in. So create a ritual. When you arrive home, pause at the door. Take off your shoes deliberately. Make that act symbolic. The outside world stays outside. Then change your clothes immediately. Do not sit on your couch wearing the uniform of stress. Clothing carries psychological identity. Your brain associates sensations and posture with roles. You cannot relax wearing the armor of responsibility. Then go directly to the shower. Not distracted, not scrolling. Consciously, let the water run over your shoulders. Slow your breathing and say internally, "The day is complete. What was done is done. What was not done will wait." This matters because unfinished tasks create mental loops, and loops create anxiety. When you declare closure, you break the loop. While the water runs, imagine it washing away irritation, suppressed anger, tension, and pressure. You are not escaping responsibility. You are resetting your nervous system. When you change into clean, comfortable clothes afterward, something shifts. You are no longer the employee, no longer the negotiator, no longer the problem solver. You are the sovereign of your space. Without transition, stress lingers. With ritual, stress dissolves. Most people collapse into distraction at night because they feel powerless during the day. They feel the world controlled them. So at night, they rebel. They stay up. They scroll. They binge. It feels like reclaiming control. But real control is not rebellion. Real control is structure. Real control is saying, "I choose to end this day properly." Ending your day consciously is your first act of sovereignty. It is a declaration that your mind is not owned by your impulses. It is a signal to your future self. I respect you enough to prepare you. When you repeat this consistently, you wake up different, not magically energized, but lighter, clearer, and more stable. Because you are no longer carrying yesterday unfinished. You closed it. You honored it. You ended it like a warrior. And tomorrow, you will begin like one. Now that you have ended the day like a warrior, we move deeper, because closing the day physically is only the first step. The real battle begins when the lights go off and the room becomes silent. That is where most people lose control. The body is still, but the mind is loud. You lie down, and the film of the day starts replaying. Conversations you regret, mistakes you analyze, opportunities you think you missed. You become both the judge and the accused. I should have done better. Why did I react like that? But guilt is not strategy. Self-punishment does not build strength. It drains it. The Stoics practiced a deliberate mental audit, not emotional drama. Strategic evaluation. Before sleeping, sit upright with a notebook, not your phone. Ask 3 questions. What did I do poorly today? What did I do well today? What will I adjust tomorrow? No exaggeration, no emotion, just facts. When you define mistakes calmly, you gain control over them. When you record victories, you reinforce identity. Most people ignore what they did right and obsess over what they did wrong. That trains the brain to see itself as inadequate. Evidence builds confidence. Write the evidence. Then define adjustment, not regret. Adjustment. If you lost your temper, what will you do next time? If you procrastinated, what is the first step tomorrow? When you write the adjustment, you close mental loops. Unfinished loops create anxiety. Defined action creates calm. The mind hates uncertainty. When tomorrow is undefined, the brain stays alert. When tomorrow has structure, it relaxes. Thinking keeps problems abstract. Writing makes them concrete. Concrete problems are manageable. Next comes perspective. At night, problems feel enormous because your mind zooms in. So zoom out. Close your eyes and imagine rising above your bed, above your home, above your city, above your country. See the planet suspended in space. Billions of people alive at this moment. Billions of private worries. Now try to locate your specific problem from that distance. It still exists, but it shrinks. Perspective does not remove responsibility. It removes exaggeration. When perceived magnitude decreases, the nervous system softens. You breathe slower. Your heart rate stabilizes. You remember you are part of something larger, and parts of something larger are allowed to rest. Sleep requires surrender. Many people struggle because they refuse to let go. They lie in bed, still trying to control life, planning, replaying, monitoring. But control at midnight is an illusion. The day is over. Nothing can be solved now. To sleep deeply, you must accept the symbolic death of the day. Say internally, "This day is complete. I release it." Then scan your body slowly. Feet, legs, hips, stomach, chest, shoulders, jaw, forehead. Consciously release tension. Lower the guard. When the body feels safe, sleep comes naturally. Sleep is not forced. It is allowed, and allowing requires trust. Finally, prepare the morning. Most people lose the war of the day in the first 10 minutes. Snooze, confusion, searching for clothes, searching for keys. Decision fatigue begins immediately. Your brain has limited decision energy. Do not waste it on trivial choices. Lay out your clothes. Prepare what you need. Remove friction. Then define one priority for tomorrow. One task that makes the day productive. Write it clearly. When you wake up and see it, you eliminate hesitation. You execute. Clarity creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence builds identity. When you close the day with discipline, audit with honesty, expand perspective, surrender control, and prepare intentionally, you stop living in emotional debt. You stop waking up behind. You begin operating from stability. This is how you dominate your night. And when you dominate your night, you master your tomorrow. If this message resonated with you, don't let it end here. Real transformation doesn't come from watching one video. It comes from structured repetition and disciplined mental training. That's why I created the Master Your Mind program. Inside, you'll find a complete system designed to build emotional control, focus, resilience, and inner authority. If you are serious about mastering your impulses and building a sovereign mind, access the Master Your Mind program through the link in the description. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and commit to your evolution. This is not motivation. This is transformation. I'll see you in the next video.